Welcome back to the Puncher's Chance YouTube channel. I'm delighted to be joined here today by Matchroom's latest prospect signing, Tiah-Mai Ayton. Tiah, you're making your debut in just under a week.
Yeah.
You've got all the fun media stuff this week. You've signed with Matchroom. You've turned over pro. How does all that sound?
Oh, it sounds amazing. I'm very excited to get this journey going. I just can't wait to get in the ring and fight. I haven't been in there since like January, February, so I'm just excited to get back in there.
That's probably just about one of your longest breaks from the sport, isn't it, in terms of as an amateur coming through?
Yeah, definitely. I think, this is the longest I've been out the ring, but I've been training hard, so hopefully it doesn't matter too much.
And with that, obviously, you're 18 years old, you're young, but you've chose to turn over to the professional ranks instead of Team GB or amateurs. So what was the reason behind that? And was there ever a temptation to maybe think, I go the amateur route, I go the Team GB route?
I did get offered to go down and do GB assessments and stuff, but I think I'm more suited for the pros, my style and stuff. I think it's just more pro style. I like the amateurs, of course. I've done well in the amateurs, but I think it's time to turn over now.
And you say you've done well in the amateurs. For those watching who maybe don't know, just how well did you do in the amateurs? Because you did pretty damn well.
Yeah, I'm undefeated. I've had 21 fights, 21 wins, 9 KOs. I'm 5-time national champion, Tri-Nation champion, box cuts, and I am under-19 world champion. So
that's pretty good stuff,
yeah.
Isn't it? That's pretty impressive. And you said you sort of think you suit more to the professional ranks, and 9 stoppages in the amateurs as a female, that is very impressive in itself. But was that almost always the plan? You looked, because some boxers, I spoke to Lauren Price and she said the Olympics was her goal.
Yeah.
Was it for you, professional boxing was always kind of the dream, or have it kind of moulded as you've gone
when
through?
I was a little girl, obviously I really wanted to go to the Olympics. There's videos of me on YouTube and stuff saying I want to go to the Olympics, but after last year and stuff, looking at it, I just thought I just want to go pro. I really want the WBC world title belt, so yeah.
And with that, you're obviously now with Matchroom, and you've spoken many times about how that was always the plan.
Yeah.
There was no one else. But how exciting is that to finally actually put it into reality?
Yeah, it's so exciting. I'm so happy. Honestly, this is everyone's dream, and I'm happy all hard work's all paid off. So yeah.
And with Matchroom, obviously, you've got Skye Nicolson at the moment, who's paving the way at a brilliant name, and you've got Katie Taylor, huge name, one of the best to ever do it. Those girls have kind of paved the way in terms of Matchroom fighters for you to be the next generation of. That's got to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's so exciting, and it's good because we all have the same manager as well, so I'm in there with them as well, so it's good.
And you've done some sparring with Skye.
Yeah.
Have you had a chat to those two, or Skye in particular, just about what it's like to be a professional? What those sorts of experiences are like?
Yeah, it's nice. When I go down to her gym, it's so cool. She's got photographers there and everything, so get cool photos. It just shows what it's like when you build your way up, how exciting it can be. So it's good.
Yeah, and with that, it's not too different for yourself. Obviously, boxing's boxing. You punch someone, they try and punch you. But what's the change been like into the professionals in terms of your training? What sort of things have you had to alter to get yourself ready for that?
Now I do 2-minute rounds. So obviously, before I was doing 3 minutes, so I've got to sort my pace out. Obviously, it's more higher pace really, but it's longer rounds. So it's hard because sometimes it'd be slow and fast. So it's getting used to that. But I'm used to it now. I've been training for the past 4 months of it, so yeah.
And where do you stand on? There's been that ongoing debate about women's boxing and the 2-minute rounds. For me personally, I think the excitement it brings. We female fights steal the show on almost every show they're on. But from your point of view, if someone said to you, "Do you want to do 3-minute rounds?" Would you be tempted to do so, or stick to as it is?
Yeah, maybe in the future I'll definitely want to do 3-minute rounds, but at the moment I'm not complaining about 2-minute rounds.
A bit easier for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And to go back to Skye, obviously we mentioned her, and you sparred with her, like I said, but. With that being in part of that sparring camp, is that great to kind of see, like you say, the professional, the experience and stuff, but also just as a learning experience? You fought one of the best in possibly soon to be in your weight division as well.
Yeah.
That's got to be pretty, impressive.
Yeah.
18 years old.
It is amazing because it shows where I stand, and I'm only 18, so if I'm in the ring fighting with a former world champion, seeing where I stand in that category just shows a lot, to me and to my coach and to my dad and stuff. So yeah.
And with that, with your age, are you tempted to try and get as far as you can as quick as possible? Have you had those conversations, or if people said to you, look, there's a long journey ahead, take your time, there's no rush?
Yeah, if a world title shot did come at me in 3 years' time, I wouldn't turn it down, but I'm not in no rush. I've got years of fighting, years of time, time to collect the belt. So yeah.
No, I respect that. And you're from Bristol, obviously. If anyone's listening, they couldn't have worked that out by now.
Yeah.
Then you're from Bristol, and a few world champions from Bristol. You've got the likes of Anton Haskins,
Yeah.
Adrian Stone, and Jane Couch, one of the first ever, being based out of Bristol. Is it exciting to be able to put Bristol a bit more on the map as a boxing town, as a boxing city? Surely you look at yourself as, you're the next up, really.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm very excited to put Bristol like on the map with boxing more now, and hopefully one day I can fight at Ashton Gate. So that'd be good.
Have they had a fight at Ashton Gate? I don't think there has been.
No. So hopefully I could be the first.
There you go. I was going to say, now he answers your messages. You need to drop Eddie a message and say,
definitely,
look, Eddie,
yeah.
mate, get us down Ashton Gate or the county ground, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
With that relationship with Eddie, have you had a chat to him at all about, obviously yourself, about anything? Because you've told the story of the messages you sent him.
Yeah.
He didn't reply. Now he replies to you.
Yeah.
Have you spoke to him at all?
Yeah, we speak a lot. Like he texts me and stuff. Like if I post me doing pads, he'll pop up saying like I look sharp and stuff. And it's just we have conversations about like what I'm gonna do in the future and all that. So yeah.
And that's got to be pretty special because, he's one of the best to do it. And to have him looking after you to a degree, obviously with your manager and your coach as well, that's got to be great.
Yeah, it is great because I'm like with the best man in the business, so it's good.
And I think that pretty much wraps it up. I obviously appreciate your time. As I get it, you're pretty busy at the moment. Have you got any sponsors or anyone or just people you want to thank while you got the opportunity?
Yeah, I just want to thank my sponsor Shield and AK for like helping me, and I want to say thanks to my family as well. And my coach.
Always got to say thanks to the family, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.